Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line, it's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Miami. They're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning. And, of course, there's the Bucks, pretty far behind right now.
I think for the Bucks, they've really been floundering so far. I mean, I think everyone is really surprised at what a struggle it's been.
You hit it on the head. And they have a bunch of individual pieces that simply don't fit together. And it's led to a hugely disappointing season.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Trent Jr. and Kuzma on the wings. Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. And it's Anthony in at point guard. And for Miami, they've got D'Angelo Russell. Brandon Miller is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Abdul Jabbar in at the 5. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body. And mentally, it might be even more difficult.
Milwaukee foul call. Miles Turner.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First team foul. At the line for Miami, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. On the wing, Kuzma, guarded by Russell. And he's headed to the line for 2. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried.
The previous play is under review.
Calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a...
The ruling on the floor stands.
And make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Can't get the first one.
Well, Kuzma is a guy who possesses some of the traits you want. Fearless shooter, size on the wing, and willing to mix it up a little bit on the glass.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is he's got size and versatility. He's a capable scorer, but he's also now willing to share the rock.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And it's Miami's ball. It's a 3-point game. Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Abdul Jabbar misses. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. This, there. first look at this year's Miami squad.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
Here's Russell. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Turner covers. Abdul-Jabbar misses.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Trent finds on.Team. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Turner. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Kuzma outside. On.Team, a screen on Miller. Kuzma for 3. Rebound Miami.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Anthony outside. Hits a three-pointer.
You love Cole Anthony's attitude. So confident, so willing to fire on the catch.
Russell, the pass to Miller. Oh, stolen by Turner. On.Team against Portis. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by Portis. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Thomas passes to Portis. Oh, misses the dunk. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Kuzma for 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You have to be aware, if you're a defender, where Kyle Kuzma is. This guy is a scorer by nature.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. That free throw, no good. That one's no good. Finally gets one to fall. So it's Miami now. Russell deciding where to go with it. Portis outside. Offensive rebound. Miller outside. Miami moving it around. And here's Thomas from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
We have watched Cam Thomas become more and more aggressive from three-point territory.
Russell against Anthony. Here's on.Team. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Miami. Abdul-Jabbar. That one drops for him. Abdul-Jabbar's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's on.Team. It's Kuzma with the miss. Here's Thomas. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Giannis on.Team grabs the board.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
No one eats up more ground on the drive than Giannis. Gets to where he wants to be in 1 or 2 steps.
Now here's Russell. No points so far. Thomas, that's good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And the jam by on.Team.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Russell against Anthony. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Shoots over Turner, and it's Miami with another.
So few players still use the hook shot, but it's a tremendous weapon when done right.
Back to Anthony. Anthony with a screen on Thomas. Trent against Thomas. Clock at 6. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trent. Miami leading by 5. Outside Russell. Pass to Portis. Thomas outside. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Boy, Turner's such a strong rim protector. This guy has such a big-time impact on that end.
To the inside. Here's the 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Portis' shot is off. The Bucks trail by 5. Anthony outside. Here's Kuzma. Here's Turner.
Well, the athleticism that Miles Turner brings to the center spot is quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And so Turner nails them both. Miami leading by 3. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, "If we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path." Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Anthony. His last outing, he had 18 points. Deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Miller against Kuzma. Shot clock at 5.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Thomas misses. The Bucks trail by 3. And here's Anthony. Giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Abdul Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul Jabbar's got 5 rebounds in the game. Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Kuzma. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Brandon Miller.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection. And it's showing.
So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Williams is checked in for Portis. Mann comes in for Miller. Heald's checked in for Thomas. And it's Paul in for Russell. Fires the 3. Williams, that's good.
Good job finding the clean look behind the arc.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 6. Kuzma outside. Takes a 3. Rebound Miami.
I'll give him a ton of credit here. He is trying to make plays, but nothing right now helping his team.
And stolen by Anthony. Trent for 3. Abdul Jabbar with a rebound. Miami leading by 6. Miami moving it around. Hield from outside. No good there. Kuzma outside. No good from outside.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Hield passes to Williams. Now Mann. Pass to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
Goes to Milwaukee.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams with the most blocks per game over the last month. The Bucks second.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Milwaukee making some changes. Whitmore's checked in for Trent, and it's Porter Jr. in for Anthony. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, they were dialed in from deep in that one. The basket must have looked as big as the ocean. Because they were hitting everything.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Here's Kuzma, and the Bucks miss again.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Williams. 14 points for him last game again. Healed on the wing. Takes the three. Pass to man. Outside Paul. And here's Healed. Beyond the arc. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. And Miami leads by 9.
I just love the ball movement.
Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And he drives in. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Pass to Abdul Jabbar. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Porter looks it over. Right side Whitmore. Now here's Kuzma. Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Giannis hammers it in.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
And that one's good, man.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Antetokounmpo, pass to Kuzma. Back to Antetokounmpo. There's 45 seconds left now in the first quarter. Ooh, Williams with the block. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
.36 seconds left in the first. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Miami leading by 7. Outside heel. Pass to man. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Covered by Smith. Back to man. The kick out to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And the Bucks making a change here.
Bucks. Daniel Tice. Arthur.
Here's Porter in his last outing with 12 points. for three. He's off on that one. And so it's Miami closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be right back after this word. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
The Bucks trail by 7. We've got Nicholas Claxton, Chris Paul out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Williams in at the 4. Outside, Green. Here's Whitmore. Rebounded by Hield.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And for the Bucks, we've got Green, Cam Whitmore out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Smith, and it's Arthur in at the 4.
Chris Paul will go down as one of the great floor generals to ever play the game. He is the maestro at orchestrating offense.
First free throw is good. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. So we'll see Cam Whitmore go to the line here. That one on Hield. Miami leading by 6. Ball with it. Hield on the wing. Outside man. Miami moving it around. Here's Williams. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
The 10th pick in 2021. Zaire Williams fits that mold everyone is looking for, Doris. The tall, rangy wing.
BA, I think you can obviously, the physical potential is there. As far as this guy's efficiency and decision-making, that's a work in progress, and the only way to get there is with repetition for Zaire.
Now here's Whitmore. 9 points in his last outing. Claxton with a rebound.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. BA, back to you.
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Porter. Miami making their last shot. Back to Whitmore. Outside, Green. Clock at 4. Porter from outside. Claxton with a rebound. Miami leading by 10. Paul passes to Mann. Back to Paul. On the wing man. He's guarded by Porter. Claxton a screen on Porter. Inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Porter, the pass to Smith. This one for 3. Rebound Miami. Outside Hield. Pass to Mann. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Now that's foul number 2, and he's got to avoid another this half if he wants to stay on the floor.
Portis, he's checked in for Williams. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Claxton passes to Hield. 6 to shoot. Portis outside. Back to Hield. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Trent.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
A clear look for Antetokounmpo. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Yeah, his jump shots improve every season. Antetokounmpo's got a great rhythm on his quick release shots.
Ball against Porter. And a great move by Chris Paul. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Miami leading by 12. Porter with the steal. Pass to Anthony. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis just too much.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
And here's Portis. Antetokounmpo covering. Portis down low. Antetokounmpo's there. Portis gets the bucket.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's Porter. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Portis' shot is off.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Ball passes to man. Now Hield. He's guarded by Anthony. And the basket by Hield. Hield's got his second basket on the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Trent. Now here's Anthony. Guarded by Hield. 14 feet away. Anthony misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trent. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
You look at Miller, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But, of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
And here's Milwaukee now. Miami making their last shot. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Russell. 4 on the clock. Here's Porter. Rebound Miami. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Claxton, a screen on Porter. Russell, the pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, this is what you want your big to do. Set a quality screen and then be opportunistic on the catch.
And here's Milwaukee now. It's a 16-point game. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Miller outside. The 3-ball. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 5 assists tonight.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Trent for 3. It's hauled in by Portis.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Claxton. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Trent. Back to Antetokounmpo. rebound, Miami. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Portis with a screen on Anthony. Portis outside. Miami moving it around. Miller against Trent. Miller can't get it to go. The Bucks trail by 17. Anthony, the pass to Kuzma. Claxton with the block.
This is why he's out there. Protect the paint at all costs. Nick Claxton send it back.
Pass to Thomas. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Trent. Milwaukee is gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Russell against Porter. And stolen by Claxton. Now Russell. No points yet. Thomas, right side. Pass to Claxton. Miller, right side. 5 to shoot. Thomas outside. They get it back. Now Claxton. Now Thomas. Tries again. Miami needs to get off a shot here. Here's Claxton, plenty of space. Off target with the open look. Bucks trail by 17. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
He could not find the mark from the free throw line in their last game.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So both teams changing it up here. Here are the best on the boards, the league's best rebounding teams. 4th, Miami.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Thomas outside. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Turner covers. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
2 shots.
And he drops the first.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
And so he hits both. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They trail by 16. Anthony with a screen on Williams. It's stolen. Here's Miller. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
What a great pass from Brandon Miller, just understanding how to put it on time and on target.
Anthony with a screen on Thomas. Trent from long range. Buries it from 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action there.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Now here's Kuzma. A 17-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Miami leading by 15. Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Milwaukee has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3.
Now that's called positioning, and Turner has the verticality to make it easy.
Now here's Russell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 1:04 left to play in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Turner covers. Abdul-Jabbar misses.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
To the middle and pushing it up. Here's Miami.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Trent outside. There's 31 seconds left in the second. Antetokounmpo outside. And a miss there on the triple.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Russell against Anthony. Thomas outside. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 8 assists in the game.
Well, Cam Thomas is an enthusiastic three-point shooter. This guy will not hesitate.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Turner. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Turner's got 6.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Miami out in front. They lead by 18. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside.
Let's look now and see how team. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Miller. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Trent's shot is off. Miami leading by 18. Here's Miller. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Anthony. Back to Antetokounmpo. Screen on Portis. Rebound Miami.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Miller, he's open. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. 9 points in the game.
Wow, that's where the quick release of Brandon Miller helps.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. On.Team, a screen on Russell. Anthony, the pass to Kuzma. And here's Turner from the arc. Tipped. And that'll be Milwaukee's ball as it goes out of bounds. Bucks able to keep the possession. Just 3 to shoot. For 3, Anthony.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Thomas passes to Abdul Jabbar. Shoots over Turner. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Abdul Jabbar's got 15 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Russell against Anthony. Miller outside. The baseline J. Pass to Thomas. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Abdul Jabbar misses. Bucks trail by 20. 3-pointer Anthony. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
That's good for Miller.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Portis against On.Team. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Trent for 3. Rebound Miami. Abdul Jabbar's got his 16th rebound on the night. Russell against Anthony. Abdul Jabbar.
And that's a perfect pass by Russell. He really understands where to get his man the ball.
And so it's On.Team with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Portis with the steal. Pass to Miller. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks. And let's have a look at the big men leading the league in assists during the past month. Second is Giannis On.Team.
And you have to credit the high basketball IQ of these bigs. They see the floor so well, and that's whether they're facing up or dishing out of the post.
A feel for the game and terrific court vision. There's not an angle or an open teammate that they won't spot and find right away. The simple little draw and dish play is elevated to an art form by that group.
3-pointer Anthony. And another miss by Milwaukee. Miami has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is unlocking a new aspect of his game. He said, quote, "I never initiated my offense from the high post, but Doc told me that you can be very effective there. It's hard for people to show a crowd, and you're one step closer to the basket. I plan to stay there for the rest of my career." Back to you.
A new wrinkle. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Pass to Turner. Now Kuzma. Six to shoot. On the wing, Anthony. It's good. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards. Oh, terrific pass right there. Your teammate just walks right into it.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Miami making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Bucks trail by 19. Anthony in the post. Thomas defends. Portis against Antetokounmpo. Kuzma for three. Claxton with a rebound.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Miller finds Russell. Thomas outside. Jacks up a three. And again, no good by Miami.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Miami leading by 19. Miller outside, driving inside. They can't stop the run with that one. Antetokounmpo inside. Portis on him. And a missed layup. Miami has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Pass to Russell. Thomas outside. Screen by Claxton. Thomas passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Kyle Kuzma.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
And another miss by Milwaukee. Miami leading by 21. Here's Russell. And a nice finish on the layup.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
Porter finds Trent. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Brandon Miller.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Trent.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Russell against Porter. Miller, a screen on Porter. Russell, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma. And you look at the shot pattern for D'Angelo Russell. Doris, lots of threes in there.
You're right, B.A. There are certain guys who believe in their ability to get hot from distance, and it can completely change the tenor of the game. That has been the story of D'Angelo's career. What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
Portis with the steal. It's tipped. Trent against Miller. Outside Russell. Out to Portis. Pass to Miller. Let's go with a three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since. Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Claxton a screen on Porter. Russell to pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Turner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Green is checked in. On the wing, Porter. He's guarded by Paul.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And the basket by Hield.
See how eager Hield is to catch and release. That is what you call a shooter extraordinaire.
Trent outside. Back to Porter. Pass to Green. On the wing, Anthony. Over Hield. Anthony misses.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
And that one's good, man.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Outside Porter. Turner, a screen on Paul. Here's Porter. They get it again. Here's Turner. No good. And they can't put it into the drought. Miami has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Pass to Abdul Jabbar. Outside man. Over Trent. Man misses.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Paul against Porter. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Nice shot by Turner.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Outside Hield. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Back to Hield. Miami moving it around. And Turner with the block.
I tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Outside, Green to the paint. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. And a quick look at the teams who repeatedly get the job done from the line. Fourth, Miami.
And this is a team that knocks down their... throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
The ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Shot from the inbound, and it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in the quarter. And so Paul will bring it up for Miami. Next up, the Knicks in New York. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Gets himself open and drills it. Abdul Jabbar's got 19 points.
You don't see the hook shot too often these days, but hey, it can be so effective.
Pass to Whitmore. Puts up a 3. Abdul Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul Jabbar's. And here's Paul. the inside. Here's Abdul Jabbar. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Miami cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
Most of their points are layups, second shots, all right? That's just hustle. That ain't anything up and hustle. And then on the offensive end, we got to move the ball. We got to play right, guys. Come on, play right.
And Coach Doc Rivers sounding less than impressed with his team's defense.
Yeah, it needs to be better for sure. Got to make the other team work for it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kevin Porter is out there with Whitmore. Then there's A.J. Green, and it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. And he lobs it up to the rim, and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Porter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Paul. Here's Porter. Rejected by Claxton.
Boy, how about the reach of Nick Claxton? He uses every bit of that 7-foot wingspan.
Back to Heel. The three. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo is outside. Green tries the spin move. Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Tice sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Rejected by Claxton.
My goodness, how quick off his feet is Nick Claxton?
Pass to Heel. Outside Paul. Right side Heel. Back to Paul. Here's Mann. Paul passes to Heel. And again, no good by Miami.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Antetokounmpo up top. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, BA?
Man, these sliders, man, this game is just so unbalanced, man. It's like it's either you're blowing them out or they're blowing you. You just can't. God.
Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
Down low. Here's Tice. And finished off by Tice.
Well, Daniel Tice, an easy opportunity. Gets above the rim and leaves no doubt.
Paul with it. Now Porter defending. Paul against Porter. Paul passes to Williams. Outside Heel. Pass to Paul. From deep three-point land. And again, no good by Miami.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that...
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get a good mix. I mean, this has been the problem with this season since I started this whole entire thing, man. As soon as you get something set, they patch the game and it ruins your slider. You got it just This is the worst. I have to be honest. This is the worst 2K I've played in a long time. This is like it's most of the gameplay comes down to just easy buckets for the computer. They never really have to work hard for their offense. And when you run plays, you don't get rewarded. You get wide open shots and you still miss like 65% of the time, which is ridiculous. Then the screens on here are inconsistent. They just let the computer go through screens and stay with their man. Like, you shouldn't. For as many screen plays as I've run, I should be shooting anywhere around 45% from three on any given game that I'm playing because of how many screens I run with it and with the level of shooting in today's game. There's no way you're going to stay with these guys like this. All this off-ball moving that I'm running, and you're stopping all these shots simply because you won't let the shots go in because it's based on conversion rate. Not strategy. It's handicapping, which is not difficulty. But I digress, guys. I'm trying my best to keep this season going because I really want to do. I am enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. But man, it's hard to get into this because every game you're always in the sliders. Ugh.
Got to hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Kuzma's checked in for Tice.
I mean, look at this. The Bucks are not this bad.
Here's Paul. Outside heel. Pass to Williams. Now here's Paul. Outside heel. From deep. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 4
That's a bad shot. I got no problem. That was a bad shot. Shot clock shot. That's good. That's good defense there. It's just the fact when you run plays and you can't get separation on screen like they're getting right here.
Few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replays, expanding its uses.
I want to run a down screen now for Chris Paul.
For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time.
Now he comes off. See what I'm saying? They do dumb things to make you have to overcompensate. There was no reason for him to receive that ball that far away. You see? Run a down screen for him. Stagger screen. Bam. Wide open. Just a simple cut and catch. He goes and catches it 35 feet from the basket on purpose just to give him a chance to recover. See what I'm saying, guys? The little stuff that 2K does to make up for their lack of to program the game logically. They do little stupid things like this. There was no need to catch that ball 35 feet. You were wide open. Just catch and curl. Curl and catch. He should be catching it right around here or here. Instead, he goes way out here. Stupid.
These are game-deciding, series-deciding, and often job-deciding outcomes. Let's get it.
And then you see the computer comes right down, get to unearned bucket. That's how the game functions.
Paul taking his time here. Williams a screen on Porter. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Boy, what a strong take on the and one. Chris Paul understands with a level of toughness, you can make things happen.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Turner, he's checked in for Green. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Whitmore. And Anthony subbed in for Porter Jr.
If you're a head coach, you love having a guy like Chris Paul around. He's a coach on the floor for you and helps keep everyone accountable.
Pass to Trent. Out to the right wing. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Not a lot of room. Rob.
Yeah, this just, the best way to play the game right now, in my opinion, is to play on this. The problem is you can't make shots. Because if you try to change the sliders, for whatever reason, you see the gameplay just gets disjointed. The transition basketball becomes terrible. The screens become hit or miss, and you see the computer. The computer can't play with you. So the only choice you have is to play on the regular settings. But the problem is, it's so handicapped. No matter what you do, you have to try to beat the game for video game reasons and not basketball reasons, and that ruins immersion. When you see people when you see Michael Jordan being nerfed on his first step, when you see Shaquille O'Neal not being able to back somebody down and drop step because the game wasn't want to happen at that particular time, that's when it ruins immersion. The game should be based on the players, not handicapping, not situational-based outcomes based on the algorithm. It's terrible. The game needs to be completely scrapped and reworked and get rid of sliders. Take it back to the way it used to be back on the Sega. Remember, if you guys can remember back on the Sega Genesis days when they didn't even have sliders, or even PlayStation, they didn't have sliders back then. They just let the game play out based on the player's abilities and your ability to know basketball, how to utilize them best. That's what you do in real life. If you were coaching a team or building a team, you build the team up based on the players you want, you deploy them, and you hire a coach to play them based on their skill sets. But not here. We got Superstar, we got Hall of Fame. It's just a cheap way to program your game, man. Instead of just doing the work. Do the freaking work, man. God, year after year, I'm sick of this.
Ball with it. Now Healed. There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
See what I'm saying right there?
And this is what
that was a manufactured foul. Put it on Hall of Fame. Stuff just starts happening.
On Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks.
There was no reason to foul that situation.
They'll be matching up with Darius Garland.
He's on a baseline with nowhere to go. Why would you foul? Like, it's just stupid stuff.
Shooting two.
And I'm sorry. This is why I haven't been focusing more. This is why I haven't been focusing on the Legends series as much, because it's just not fun to play anymore.
That's good from Trent.
And we've seen some.
I put all this time building these teams up,
and Miami going,
doing all this stuff out there I did last year. But I wish I had done this last year, because last year's 2K was far better than this one. Because this has just been brutal, man. This is the worst 2K they have put out ever, in my opinion, from a strategic standpoint. You talk about the graphics and everything else, and shots, all that, and then shot meter crap. I could care less about shot meters. I'm talking about the way the game flows. It doesn't look like basketball, man. There are too many unearned baskets. Screens don't freaking work. Look at that right there. Barely even got off. Yeah, he made the shot, but that was actually good defense. And he makes this one. So he makes this shot. Screen didn't do jack. That's good defense, but he ends up making this shot. Although all the wide open shots I've gotten, that's the one that goes in. Get out of here.
Russell's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. There's a screen by Anthony. Antetokounmpo outside. On the wing, Anthony. Up and over Russell. Anthony misses. And Russell's got the ball here for Miami. We've had the in-season tournament for a few years now, Grant. What's your opinion on it?
You know, B.A., I think it's working out pretty well. I mean, the NBA Cup, it's drawing increased fan interest, and the players are invested. So what's not to like about it?
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Pass to Thomas. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo outside. And here is Kuzma. Back to Antetokounmpo. The shake. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Russell to pass to Miller. Here's Thomas. A deep three. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 16th rebound on the night. Anthony left side. Trent outside. Out to Anthony. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Puts it up from 12. Again, the Bucks.
You see that? He didn't even try to challenge the shot. That's another thing, too. Unless you change the settings, your defense is always going to be like you can't control all five guys, man. Let's change it again, man. Let's get this game over. Again, I apologize, guys. It's just, man, it's frustrating. You put all this work into starting a series, and you can't even. Like we got a long season to go here, and I want to finish it, but I don't even want to play anymore because it's not fun. It's frustrating. Like none of the games are compelling. It's either just blowouts, or games that just doesn't look right. Doesn't look like basketball. And for them to charge what they charge for this game is just, they need to be brought up on charges, man, for monopoly. They need to break this stuff up. There needs to be more developers for basketball games. I say basketball games, not NBA games. Like the NBA does not own basketball. They just happen to showcase it. It's time for somebody to step into the void in here and give some competition because this is ridiculous. These guys, they've just got too comfortable. They've been living high off the hog, as they used to say, living high off the hog for too many years over there at 2K. They used to put out good, great content, and now it's just rinse and repeat garbage.
It's good for two.
Yeah, Cole Anthony is a professional scorer, folks. The mid-range jumper is on time and on target there.
Portis outside. No good on the three.
I'll tell you, he has not been at his best, but they're winning.
Look how many open shots we've gotten from the outside that we've missed. All those open shots. And they just nerf you because the game doesn't want it has some internal this decision maker on what shots should go in and what shouldn't. And that really bothers me because if you're running good plays and you're putting players in a situation where their skill sets manifest, I'm sorry, you win. There's no way with all the open shots. We should have at least 15 made threes. Minimum. All the threes that we have had have been wide open with the shooters that we have here. And we only got 9 made throughout 4 quarters. It's ridiculous.
And that's all that matters.
Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Trent with a screen on Portis. Antetokounmpo outside. Just 4 to shoot. Turner, a screen on Russell. It's Kuzma with the miss. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Abdul Jabbar misses. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Kuzma outside. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo outside. They get it back. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Kuzma has the size and the length to challenge defenders on the interior. Nice job drawing the whistle there.
And you think about the Defensive Player of the Year award. It tends to go to big men. Any thought of dividing the award into two? Maybe one for perimeter players and the other for big men?
Absolutely not, Brian. What we need to do is consider that the single most important thing it is for your defense nightly is guarding the best point guards or wings in the league. And the voters have got to understand it can't only be about big men.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Here's on.Team. Got a piece of it. Pass to Russell. Portis outside. Miller outside. Back to Portis. The three. Nails it from three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Here's Russell with the drive. Soft touch off the glass.
So creative with the basketball in his hands. You can see D'Angelo Russell's understanding.
Well, I'm playing on All-Star right now.
Nice.
Here's on.Team.
But you can see that's Giannis. I got no problem with that's Giannis. That's a bad matchup, so I got no problem with that. That should happen in that situation. My problem is just the lack of screening.
Miller outside.
Right here, wide open.
Here's Abdul Jabbar.
And then you got that happening too on the offensive rebound putbacks. Like you're just nerfing skill sets to keep the score reasonably to play what the computer wants. You don't get rewarded for running, and then you get this type of stuff. That type of stuff I don't like, where you just have wraparound plays and guys just lead guys
when they age
arbitrarily.
Those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
And stolen by
Random phantom steals like that happen out of nowhere.
Lets it go from 11. And it's Anthony.
See what I'm saying, guys? Unearned baskets.
Much simpler than that.
Minute 32 left in the game. Anthony against Russell. There's a screen. Inside, Abdul Jabbar. And he bangs it home with one hand.
A reliable distributor, Russell will find ways to set his guys up.
Milwaukee has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Pass to on.Team. On the wing, Kuzma. To the paint. Here's Turner. And then
the sad thing is the game was playing fairly good when they patched it up 2 months ago. And they patched it again, and it's just
shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
I don't understand
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
The game was fine when they passed it the first time. Then they passed it again, and then it's just
They've done that and then some.
I don't know. I'm just pissed because I put all this time into building these teams up, making all these uniforms, all these playbooks and everything to build this universe for you guys, for us all to watch. Just have fun and watch it. And we just can't get any good games here. Like another blowout. Nobody wants to see this, man. Like the Bucks are a bad team this year, but they're not that bad. They're not this bad. Nobody in the NBA is this bad.
To the middle.
That's a mismatch.
Out to Portis. Three-pointer. Drains the triple.
Okay, why doesn't it go in on net, though? I noticed that, too. There are a lot of rim-ins on threes. You can't ever just get the sweet swish
No doubt. They know it's theirs to lose
consistently.
Kuzma outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Anyway.
And here's Russell.
Let's go ahead and post Jabbar one more time here. See if we can
Pass to Abdul Jabbar.
get Scott up here.
Shoots over Turner.
Off the glass.
Listen, this guy's a barometer for this team.
Flying on All-Star right here, so I guess we'll just stay on all.
Defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
Chris Burke, Allie LaForce, and
And again, the on the difficulty has nothing to do with the sophistication. They run the same plays no matter what you put it on. It just comes down to conversion rate on all aspects of back. Like how many times you're going to rebound here, how many times you're going to screen well here, how many times. That's what it's about. It's about handicapping aspects of basketball. And then you have to overcome that. That's what they think difficulty is for 2K. It should be the sophistication on which the computer attacks you. You know, obviously, if you lower it down, the computer does, one on one, easy stuff to stop. The higher you put the difficulty up, it should be more ball movement. You know what I mean? Ball movement, and off ball movement, which is the toughest thing in basketball to stop. All the great offenses they have three things: passing, cutting, and great screening. Throughout the history of the NBA, all great offenses, no matter what they are, have those three aspects: they great passing, great cutting, and great screening. You find me a great offense in NBA history, you're going to find that. It ain't about the shooting, guys. It's about passing, cutting, and screening. But as we can see here, the Bucks shot 3 for 29 from downtown. I disagree. They should have had more threes made in this game. Again, the sliders as you change them, it impacts the computer. It nerves their ability to be able to come at you, which is a problem because it's like, okay, they get open shots, but they can't make them because now you change the sliders to make things more balanced. But in doing so, you throw the algorithm off. The computer can't do fuck all, so you end up getting the blowouts. It's a terrible system. But if you play normally, then your stuff gets nerfed. And no matter what you run, you find that your plays, even though you're running plays, you don't get rewarded. And that's a bad feeling. When you're calling plays and you're going after weaknesses and you don't get rewarded for that, it not only does it insult your intelligence as a player, you're sitting here watching the game like, why is this not happening? I'm going at a significant weakness and we're not getting rewarded for it, but it also just ruins the immersion. And number one, it destroys the fun factor. And if you're not having fun, then why are you there? You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I digress, guys. I'm not even going to show the highlights in this. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. I'm not even going to show the highlights in this one. But I will say this, though. Team Kareem is doing pretty well here, bouncing back from that loss they had against Team Diesel the other night. I mean, the win they had against. They lost. They took against the Timberwolves. Then they beat Team Diesel on a back-to-back. They just beat Milwaukee here. Now they're going on the road for a back-to-back against the Knicks and the Clippers, and that'll be a tough one. Then they got Team Jordan. That'll be a big game for a tiebreaker for the Eastern Conference. That's their situation going on with them. They're the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, currently 2 games out of the first place position. As you can see, the Eastern Conference right now is razor thin. Anything can happen right now as we come through December. The top teams have separated themselves. I remember it said December is always the month that teams separate themselves. And they did. It's over. The Celtics, the Cavaliers, the Knicks, they're done. They are who they are down there. They're not going to catch them. You're not going to catch an 8.5, 9-point spread at this point in the season. So it's basically a 5-team race the rest of the way for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. But having said that, with the tiebreakers being as they are, so remember, to recap on those tiebreakers, Team Jordan has beaten Team Chamberlain, and Chamberlain beat Team Jordan. They'll play one more time. It's tied there. Team Larry Bird, however, has beaten Team Jordan twice. Both of their games, they have a tiebreaker over Team Jordan. Chamberlain has beaten Team Kareem 3 times, and they got a tiebreaker over them. The Bad Boys have yet to beat Team Jordan, and Team Jordan has beaten them twice. But the Bad Boys have beaten Team Bird once, and they have a tiebreaker over them, but they'll play them a little bit. They'll play them after the All-Star break. So as you get here, it's basically a paper. It's basically the Eastern Conference is a paper scissors rock situation right now for the number 1 spot. So a lot to be decided here with that. But having said that, guys, let's go ahead and see who's coming up next here on the Daily View. And I believe it's going to be the Bad Boys. Yeah, speaking of the devil, there's the Bad Boys right there going on the road to play the Pacers. Let's take a look at that. Bad Boys going on the road to play the Pacers. Then after that, it'll be the Hawks and the Mambas Celtics going on the road to play Dr. J. The Trotters will take on Akeem Olajuwon. That's Wilton Kareem Part 2. If you missed Part 1 of that game, go check that out. It was a classic. That was a great game. Then you got Jokic and Bird. Then it'll be Cooper Flagg going up against Shaquille O'Neal and Diesel. But before all that, it'll be Isaiah and Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana. And I'll have that one for you guys coming up here right after this stream ends in about the next 15 minutes. Thanks for joining me. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys here shortly for the next game coming up in the NBA Legends Ultimate Showdown season. As Chicago Bad Boys, led by 1985 Isaiah Thomas, will attempt to go in to Indiana and get a win and hopefully move up the rankings to challenge for that #1 spot in the Eastern Conference and home court throughout the playoffs. See you guys soon. Peace.